When it comes to diagnosis, there's technically no difference between male and female narcissists. But if you've experienced both, you know something deeper. Those same toxic traits show up in very different ways. In this video, we're uncovering 10 powerful signs of a female covert narcissist, specifically in relationships. And if you're a man watching this, please pay extra attention to signs 1 and 4. Of all the signs we'll go over, those 2 may hit you the hardest. And I'd love to hear your experience in the comments, because this is a conversation we all need to have. Now, let's begin with something subtle, yet destructive. The way a female narcissist love bombs you. Because it's not always what you'd expect. In fact, it often starts with something seductive and ends in silence. Here's how it unfolds. The hypersexual love bomb. At first, she makes you feel desired, craved, needed. She's hypersexual, magnetic, passionate, like she just can't keep her hands off you. You think, wow, she's into me. And in that moment, it feels real, almost too real. But here's the catch. That intense intimacy, it fades quickly. Once you're emotionally attached, she flips the script. Suddenly she's cold, distant, withdrawn. Sex becomes a weapon, a tool for manipulation, and you're left confused, wondering what changed. This isn't just damaging, it's deliberate, because it shatters your self-worth. And that's exactly what she wants. Early in the relationship, she may also smother you with flattery, saying things like, "I've never felt this way before," or "You're different from other men." She'll build you up like a king. But it's all a setup, a trap, because when the pedestal breaks, you'll blame yourself, not her. If she's rushing intimacy before truly knowing you, or drowning you in compliments that feel too good to be true, that's a major red flag. You're not being loved, you're being lured. Gossip as a weapon. Let's talk about something more subtle, but just as dangerous. Gossip. Sure, we all gossip sometimes, but with a female covert narcissist, it's ruthless. She doesn't just talk about people, she tears them down. And the worst part, you won't know if she's talking about a friend or an enemy. Because to their face, she's sweet, supportive. But behind closed doors, she's ripping them apart. It's a tactic, a power move. And if you've ever witnessed her rallying others to gang up on someone, you've seen it firsthand. She may even recruit flying monkeys, yes, other people, to do her dirty work for her. It's toxic, and it spreads. Especially in environments like the workplace, where image is everything. Gossip becomes a form of control, and the moment you challenge her narrative, you become the next target. So ask yourself, does she seem obsessed with other people's flaws? Is she kind to people in public, but cruel behind the scenes? Then you might not be in a relationship. You might be in a smear campaign, fake perfection and image. Next up, the illusion of perfection. A female covert narcissist is obsessed with appearances. She wants the world to see her as successful, desirable, flawless. Even if it's all smoke and mirrors, designer bags, expensive cars, curated Instagram feeds. But behind the filter, there's dysfunction. She might pressure you into spending money you don't have, or guilt trip you if you don't provide enough. It's not about love. It's about the image of love. She'll even fake empathy, pretend to be the perfect partner in public, while privately tearing you down. And what's more painful, she won't lift a finger to actually improve the relationship, because she doesn't want real happiness. She wants admiration. So if you feel like you're constantly trying to maintain a picture-perfect relationship, one where you're exhausted and she's always performing, you're not crazy. You're being used as a prop. Emasculation and shame. Now let's talk about something that hits hard: emasculation. A female covert narcissist knows your masculinity is a deep part of you, and she uses it to hurt you. She'll say things like, "Man up," "Stop crying," "You're so weak." She'll criticize your income, your strength, your vulnerability, anything that defines you as a man, especially your emotions. She wants you silent, and when you finally break, she plays the victim. This isn't just toxic, it's psychological warfare. It's how she keeps control. And in her world, your pain isn't valid, because she's not interested in healing you. She's interested in breaking you. Fake empathy. She may say she's empathetic. She may even look like she's the most compassionate woman you've ever met. But that empathy, it's conditional. She'll cry with strangers, console others in public, make posts about kindness and emotional support. But when you need her, when your heart is breaking, she disappears. Worse, she might mock your pain. She might say, "Get over it. You're being dramatic. Stop acting like a baby." It's not just cold, it's calculated. She's performing empathy for the audience, but giving you cruelty in private, and the message is clear. Your feelings only matter when they serve her story. So if you've ever felt more alone with her than without her, that's not a relationship. That's emotional neglect. Nothing is ever enough. No matter how much you do, it's never enough. You cook, you clean, you love, you give. And yet, she acts like you've done nothing. You chase her approval like a ghost. You get close, but never close enough. There's always something wrong. She'll say things like, "If you really loved me, you'd know." Or, "That's the bare minimum." She keeps moving the finish line. And every time you think you've earned her love, she pulls it away. It's emotional starvation. She knows you're trying. She likes watching you try. Because if you stop, she'll punish you with guilt. But if you keep going, you'll lose yourself trying to win a game that's rigged from the start. Selective boundaries. She'll talk about boundaries a lot, but it's never about yours, only hers. You set a boundary, she crosses it, laughs at it, shames you for even trying. But if she sets a rule, it's law. Break it, and suddenly you're the villain. The hypocrisy is dizzying. You're left wondering, why are her boundaries sacred, but mine are disposable? It's a power imbalance. And she keeps it that way, on purpose. Because respecting your boundaries would mean respecting you. And to her, that's a threat. Control through finances and life decisions. Control doesn't always look like yelling. Sometimes it looks like deciding your life for you. She'll push you into a career you hate because it makes more money. She'll insist you spend a certain way, live a certain way, dress a certain way. It's about control, not love. You'll feel like every decision has to go through her. And if you say no, she'll pout, guilt you, accuse you of being selfish. And slowly, you stop deciding anything. Because it's just easier to give in. That's not compromise. That's coercion. And it's one of the most subtle but painful signs of emotional abuse. Jealousy is a tool. Jealousy is a powerful emotion, and she knows exactly how to use it. She'll flirt with someone in front of you. Mention how attractive someone else is. Talk about how men stare at her all the time. Why? To test you, to see how much you'll fight for her. And if you don't react, she accuses you of not caring. But here's the twist. If you do react, you're too controlling. It's a trap either way. And what makes it worse, she might actually cheat. And if you call it out, she'll say you're just insecure. It's not just mind games. It's emotional sabotage, gradual destruction of self-worth. This is the most heartbreaking sign of all. Over time, she breaks you down, little by little, until one day, you don't even recognize yourself. You used to be confident. Now you second-guess everything. You used to laugh more. Now you're always anxious. She didn't destroy you overnight. She did it piece by piece, with silence, with blame, with manipulation. And worst of all, you thought it was love, but it wasn't. It was trauma bonding, a cycle of abuse disguised as passion. If you've grown up around women like this, you might think this is normal, but it's not. This isn't what love looks like. This is what control, insecurity, and fear look like, dressed up in affection. If any of these signs hit close to home, I want you to know you're not alone. Recognizing the pattern is the first step toward healing. You can rebuild your self-worth. You deserve peace. You deserve love that feels safe. And no, not all women are like this. There are healthy relationships waiting for you, ones that don't ask you to shrink to feel accepted. If you're stuck in a trauma bond, I've included a powerful checklist below. It'll help you understand what stage of the cycle you're in. And if you found value in this video, please comment your story, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. You never know who might be silently suffering. And if you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe, because this is a community where healing begins, one honest conversation at a time.